Oh, it's Kamikaze MMA coming back for another video. Steve Garcia's headlining a fight night main event, most likely in the Apex, because I can't imagine them making this in a real arena. But you know it's going to be pure violence. All right. Let's get right into it. Philip Rowe versus Ko Suk Hyung. Philip Rowe's okay. Ko Suk Hyung's gonna kill him. Ko Suk Hyung came into the UFC, right? Oh, Toledo Alencar versus Irene Carnelosi. Toledo has a better record. We're going with Alencar by decision. Ko Suk Hyung came into the UFC. If I'm not mistaken, people were saying, yeah, the Korean Tyson. So he was knocking out people in the regional scene. 50% of his wins, but he has 2 losses by KO. But 50% of his wins, 6 wins, are by KO. Okay? So we're like, ooh, this is a dangerous matchup for Oban Elliott. This dude goes out there and Korean Khabibs him. Just Korean Khabibs him. Oban Elliott did nothing for 3 rounds straight. Philip Rowe's going to lose. The best thing he's ever done is... Oh, I forgot about the Angelusa. The Angelusa thing was a little weird, though, because his mouthpiece fell out like halfway through the fight, and the ref just never picked it up. So that was a little bizarre. But still, I'm going with Ko Suk Hyung by... I'll probably pick him by knockout in the first round. He could get knocked out, but second round. I'll probably pick him by knockout in the second round. All right, moving up. We got 2 women's fight in a row. Arlise Ardeline versus Montserrat Ruiz. Montserrat Ruiz has a better record. I'm going to pick her by decision. Not going to bet on any women's fight, so it's not really important. Okay, now this is actually a fight you could put on the main card of a fight night. It's weird that it's actually on the prelims. This is actually a pretty good card. Ketlin Vieira versus Norma Dumont. Now, Ketlin Vieira is dangerous. She just beat Macy Chasson, who, if y'all don't know, I'm a big Macy Chasson fan. She went to decision with Kayla Harrison. And then besides that, she's kind of just like won a lot in the UFC. Norma Dumont is beautiful. I mean, she's pretty good at fighting. She's pretty good at fighting. She beat Jermaine Durandamy and Irene Aldana. So those are just better levels of competition that she's actually beat. Close fight, though. I'm going to go split decision Norma Dumont. I think Ketlin Vieira will actually win the fight. But Norma Dumont's, like, more marketable. And so they're just going to give her the win. Moving up, Dante Johnson versus Cedricus Dumas. So Dante Johnson's coming into the UFC on a 6-0 record. First fight in the UFC coming up. All wins by KO. All wins by KO. Contender Series, a first-round KO. He's just been on a first-round KO streak for the last 4 or 5 fights. So we're picking Dante Johnson by first-round KO over Cedricus Dumas. I don't know why you would be picking Cedric Dumas, but yeah. Then, moving up, we got Lee Chang Hyo versus Timothy Coamba. And then we got Cortavius Ramius. Lee Chang Ho beat Cortavius Ramius. And Long Zhao. Lee Chang Ho has looked good. Ramius was the favorite, if I'm not mistaken. And then Timothy Coamba just beat Roberto. I mean, he lost to Lucas Almeida last year, but he beat Roberto Romero, who was kind of winning the fight, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he was winning the fight and then got dropped by a head kick, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not going to be picking Timothy Coamba in this fight. Because except for that one head kick he's landed on Roberto Romero, this dude has not won a fight. This dude has not gotten close to winning a fight, and he's probably not going to get close tomorrow. I'm picking Lee Chang Ho by decision. Moving up, Billy Alakana versus Kevin Christian. Light heavyweight, so Billy Alicana's going to have the lighter man skill. Now, Kevin Christian's profile picture is Yuri Prohaska on the ESPN page. I just want to say that. That's a little strange, but okay. Now, this is his first fight in the UFC, but he's on a... Is he undefeated? No, they both have 2 losses. But Alicana's second loss came by the off-brand Anthony Smith. What's his name? I can't think of his name. What's his name? Bogdan Guskov. That's his name. Bogdan Guskov. And that was 9 months ago. Jeez, that does not feel like 9 months ago. So, shoot, who are we going with? I don't know. I don't know who I want to go with. Have I made that clear? He does get some subs, though. Shoot. I don't know who to pick, honestly. I'm going to just say... I'm going to pick Kevin Christian by submission. I think that's what I have to go with. Billy Alicana has looked good in his last couple of fights. He's beat Ubo Aslan. That's a really good win, though. He's fought... This is his 3rd fight this year, too. Ubo Aslan. Shit. I'm going to pick Billy Alicana by decision on the striking. I don't think Kevin Christian could get a takedown on him. I could be wrong, though. Kevin Christian might be able to submit him. I think those are the 2 ways this fight goes out. I think if Kevin Christian can take him down, he will submit him. Sorry. Moving on. Alan Nascimento versus Cody Durden. Shoot. Alan Nascimento is coming off of a win by Rafael Filho and Carlos Hernandez 2 years ago. Cody Durden's coming off a loss to Jose Ochoa, though. That was bad. That was a bad knockout. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just have to... Whoa. Sorry, something weird just happened. I just have to go with not Cody Durden. So I'm going to pick Alan Nascimento by decision. Moving up, Charles Radke versus Daniel Frunza. I don't believe I've ever heard of Daniel Frunza before. Okay, because he got KO'd by Reese McKee. He probably quit on the stool or got a cut. I don't really remember that. Or maybe it was just literally like the bell rung and he just couldn't get up. I don't know. I'm picking Charles Radke by KO in the first round then. Or the second round. Moving up. Isaac Dolgarian versus Yair Del Valle. Now, this is when I'm going to lock in and start breaking down fights. Isaac Dolgarian was, seen as the next big thing. And then, of course, he fights Christian Rodriguez. I knew this without looking at it. I fucking knew this. I just didn't know who he fought after Christian Rodriguez, okay? And then he fights Christian Rodriguez, and he gets decision maxed by Christian Rodriguez because he's good at fighting. You can't lose to Christian Rodriguez unless you're good at fighting. If you beat Christian Rodriguez, you're not going to be anything in the UFC. I'm sorry. You're just not. I'm partly joking, obviously. But Isaac Dolgarian also beat Brendan Marotte. No one knows who that is, and you probably shouldn't. Now, Yair Del Valle is from Puerto Rico, if I'm not mistaken. No, Cuban. Fuck. I always think he's from Puerto Rico. This dude's Cuban. He beat Connor Matthews by submission in the first round. Not a great win. Not a bad win, though. But his performance on the Contender Series was really good. He has an X factor. I don't know what it is, but he has an X factor. And so, shoot, I want to pick him. Okay, I'm going to just pick whoever's the younger fighter. I did not think they were going to be the same age. I'm going to just pick out Isaac Dolgarian by decision. That's what I'm going to pick. I think he has a little bit more experience. You know, if you're able to lose to Christian Rodriguez, you got a future in the UFC. I think he's going to beat him by decision, but I'm not confident at all. I'm not confident at all on that pick. But that's what I'm going to go with. I can't break this down really much anymore. Because they both are good at striking and they're both good at grappling. So I'm going to just pick Isaac Dolgarian for the slight experience advantage. Jeremiah Wells is above him. And Themba Gorimbo is above these people. Didn't Themba Gorimbo just get viciously knocked out? Or was that someone else? I guess he got submitted. Oh, yeah. Because the submission was, like, gruesome, though, right? Like, he was, like, out. If I'm not mistaken, let me see. Yeah, he was, like, out. So, I thought he got KO'd. Because I just remember him, like, being, like out. Vicente Luque is not a great person to lose to. No finishing potential from Themba Gorimbo. Like, none. He just gets submitted. This dude just gets submitted. I mean, Jeremiah Wells is terrible, though. How would you pick Jeremiah Wells either? He's 39, and he's bad at fighting. I mean, he lost to Max Griffin. I'm picking Themba Gorimbo by decision, moving up the card. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Ante Delija. Ante Delija trains with Tom Aspinall. He's looked good. He's 35. He looks 86. He beat Marcin Tybura in his first fight in the UFC by KO in the first round. Like, I'm being genuinely honest. Who does that to Tybura except for Tom Aspinall? Name one other person who has knocked out Tybura in the first round. I'm being dead serious. I don't know anyone else who's knocked out Marcin Tybura in the first round. In the UFC, at least. Except for Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall is the only person in the UFC. Okay. I lied. Augusta Sakai knocked him out back in like 2020 something. I don't know. Either way, I'm picking Ante Delija. Gosh, that's a weird last name. Delija. Ante Delija. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, Waldo Cortez Acosta doesn't deal well with power at all. Unless he can take you down. We haven't seen Ante Delija takedown defense, have we? Did Tybura even try to take him down? I don't remember. No, he didn't. I didn't think he did, but yeah, so we haven't seen his grappling. I'm going with Ante Delija by second round KO. Maybe decision. Maybe Waldo Cortez Acosta just won't fight. He'll just like for 3 rounds. Main event of the evening. Weird main event, by the way. Like, really weird. I don't know, it's like one of the weirdest main events I've ever seen in my life. Maybe I'm tripping, but David Onama, I don't really know if you beat Giga Chikadze. I picked him in that fight, but it was really close. But, you know, it is what it is. Steve Garcia is when he beat Calvin. Whoa. I do not remember this. I barely remember this fight. He smoked and schooled Calvin Kattar. Kyle Nelson in the first round. Choi Sung Woo in the first round. In the second round, Melqui as well, Costa. Chase Hooper in the first round. And before Chase Hooper, he lost to Hayaser Mayashate by first round KO. Okay. So everything in the world is telling me just pick Steve Garcia, dude. Pick Steve Garcia. The dude's got dynamite in his hands. And he schooled Calvin Kattar. He just schooled Calvin Kattar. Just pick him. Just pick him. And then there's a part of me that goes, David Onama's stupid ass is going to knock out Steve Garcia. Do I think David Onama should even be in a main event? No. I don't know why David Onama's in a main event. He's gone to boring-ass decisions the last 3 fights. Steve Garcia's knocked out essentially everyone, except for the one time he got knocked out and the one time he's fighting someone who has never gotten knocked out and schooled him. So I'm going to pick Steve Garcia. I'm not going to let the part of my brain being like, no, David Onama's too dumb to fucking lose. Which is what I really think. I really think David Onama's too dumb to lose this fight. I don't know what it is, but I think he's too dumb to lose this. But I'm going to go Steve Garcia by first round KO, and I hope it's brutal. I do not like David Onama. That's about all for me, so peace.